Hello, my name is Kwon Young Mi, and I'll be your host today. Today's theme is cleansing and clearing the pathway inside your body. We'll first watch Jongdosanim's public lecture. Now, here the energy goes down as we breathe out, and this is called the conception vessel. And the energy is taken all the way down to the perineum, the bottommost part of your body where the in energy gathers. Then we pivot and pull the energy up through the back using the string of light to the crown chakra. So this head area is the south and this is the north. And this is the essence, this is the spirit. Liver is on the right and this is where the lungs are. Now we must clear up the penetrating vessels first. Looking at the fundamental structure of our body, that makes sense. And that's how you receive great energy. Now, since the times of Magoseong Castle, Hwanguk Dynasty, Baedal Dynasty, and Joseon Dynasty, when everyone's minds and nature itself were more pure, all of the kings and spirits were great immortal beings, and they received their enlightenment through the penetration meridian. And it's very simple. It's like a straight path. Now, if this conception meridian is very long and difficult to clear up, but if you first clear up the penetration meridian vessel, you can sleep less, you can be healthier, younger, have more vitality, and it's easier to penetrate. Now, set up a shrine at home and hold a special ceremony that you can receive the Dharma body of Sangjenim. The left hand of Sangjenim's Dharma body will be given to you. Pull the Dharma body to yourself as the string of light and you tie it to your thumb. Then you offer a special prayer to Holy Spirit of the Great Emptiness, and her Dharma body also will appear. Hold the hands of the Holy Spirit of the Great Emptiness and tie her string of light to your index finger. So you essentially receive the string of spirit from Sangjenim and string of soul from the Holy Spirit of the Great Emptiness. Now once you receive it, you can change it into the form however you like. It's just like a wish-fulfilling jewel, which means you can change it according to however you like. And if you chant it together with the Chanju mantra and use it to create a rod of light, you can clear up your body through the power of creation transformation. Now, before we go into the Tao discussion, let me briefly summarize. Jongdosanim revealed the reason for your meditation not working, and it's the accumulation of fatigue which causes blockage of the meridians. And this is also the reason for all big and small disease, and very reason why we age. So in order for us to practice meditation well, we need a process of purification. We must clear up the invisible pathway of energies. We must cleanse the corrupted pathways in our body. And if we only use our breath, it'll take a long time and it's going to be difficult. So he taught us how to use the rod of light to clear the meridian paths using the rod of light. Now, during the sacred ceremony held on the 20th of September, you received and tied the string of light from Sangjenim's Dharma body and the Dharma body of the Great Holy Spirit of the Emptiness. So you untied the tight strings and bring them together to make them into the rod of light. And you can use this to 10 or 20 times. You can create the rod of light and use it as many times as you want as you chant the mantra. And you can transform into the form that you like. Basic fundamentals of meditation is to purify the body first. You must completely clear up the conception vessel and the governance vessel. Those of you who are watching at home, I suggest that you continue to clear up the conception and meridian vessels and penetration meridian vessels together. Today, we've invited Bae Hyeon-woo to share his story of how he utilized the rod of light in his daily life. How are you doing this? Yes, I've been using the rod of light often after the ceremony whenever I feel blockage in my body. Let me share about a time when I was focused on meditation. I tied the two strings of light on my thumb and the index finger counterclockwise and created a rod of light as big as my hand. Then I did this motion of piercing the rod from the crown chakra to the perineum through the penetration meridian vessel and sat down and concentrated again. And it worked a lot better than before I didn't use the rod of light. When I'm clearing the pathway for my governance vessel and the conception vessel, I feel the area of my perineum, from my perineum to my butt and the lower back was very clogged. And when it's clogged, the energy doesn't come up at once. So it takes 2 or 3 tries. So whenever I use the rod of light, I push the rod into the crown chakra and through the conception vessel and until it reaches the perineum and back up to my head through the governance vessel. Until it makes a full turn. And afterwards, I could breathe a lot better and my energy was able to travel a lot better. So rod of light is not only used to clear up the meridian vessels, but it has healing powers. There was a night when I met a lot of people and introduced them to the STB, Sangsaeng broadcasting. And I started meditating and I felt that my body's blocked and my energy was a bit weird. So I saw my body and as I was chanting, I saw that there were 7 huge nails that are about 20 centimeters tall and their width was about 2 to 3 centimeters. I tried to pull the nails with my bare hands and I had a very hard time. So I did the Dogong meditation intensively and pulled all 7 nails. Now afterwards, there were 7 huge holes, so I decided to put the rod of light and use it to fill up all the holes where the nails have left. So yes, I used the rod of light. I broke it and put it into the holes to fill the holes up. Wow, Taeolang님, your experience is very vivid. You told us about the function of the rod of light and you told me about its healing effect. Thank you. It was great. This meditation method that you all are practicing now it's a method to receive the Dharma body of Sangjenim and the great Holy Spirit of the great emptiness. And you're learning it for the very first time on STV Sangsaeng Broadcasting. Now, conclusively speaking, the ceremony is to receive, the purpose is to receive the Dharma body of Sangjenim through prayer into your own body. In the ceremony to receive, it's a ceremony to receive the string of light of creation transformation of Sangjenim, who is one with Samshin. You receive the left hand of Sangjenim's Dharma body with your 2 hands respectfully, and then pull it to your body softly. And then pull a few string of light onto your left thumb and tie them up on your left thumb. And Sangjenim's Dharma body is completely made of light. And you can pull the string of light as lengthy as you want. And this is the string of spirit of Sangjenim, which is one of the 4 elements of the spiritual component known as essence, spirit, soul, and ghost. Now, to the left of Samshin Sangjenim, the personified God is the Holy Spirit of the Great Emptiness. When we offer the prayer, "Dear Holy Spirit of the Great Emptiness, please give me the hand of your Dharma body," she offers her right hand of the Dharma body. And then you grab her hand respectfully and pull it towards you. The radiant body comes down to you. Then you tie it to your index finger of your left hand, and that is the soul of the universe, the soul of Samshin. So our meditation method is based on the culture of cosmic Dharma body. When you're correctly informed about this before you practice, you can attain deeper understanding and a more mature spiritual experience. Now, 배우녀 태월랑님, this week you were focused on the cultivation to give birth to the radiant infant of light. Can you share your experience with that? Yes, in case, in my case, I'm sorry. In my case, I meditated for 3 days for 3 hours each after the ceremony, and I saw the baby when we were doing the sacred ceremony. After the seven Holy Spirits gave energy in my body, including Sangjenim, I felt the lower tanjan being slowly accumulating with energy. And after the blessings were done, my energy gathered firmly in the lower dungeon. Of course, I haven't had a baby, so I don't know if it's the same, but for 3 days I straightened up my body and cultivated as if I was doing prenatal education. I was very careful. And on the third day, I gave birth to the radiant infant of light. Now, I was meditating, and to my right was a baby that was sucking on his left thumb, and his head was bigger than the body and was chubby and had this gluey, sticky thing all over his body. So I was doing the Teochew Mantra Dogong meditation to hold the thought of washing the baby with the Teochew Mantra's light. Now, by the time the Teochew Mantra Dogong was about to end, I saw a stream of clear water and with that water, I cleansed the baby's body during the Dogong. And Shichonjuju Dogong, as I was doing the Shichonjuju Dogong, I put the radiant infant of light into the water. And he swam and moved around without clothes. So I didn't know what to do. Do I clothe him? So I asked the Oncheong Gyeongshin, this baby is going to go up to the upper dungeon. Please clothe him. After I felt that I have washed the baby enough with the Shichonjuju Dogong, I flipped the palm of my hands for them to face the sky and took deep breaths, and the baby vanished in front of me. So I knew the baby went up to the upper dungeon. And after 20 to 30 minutes, I saw the Oncheong Gyeongshin and radiant infant of light, and saw that the baby was wearing a Dao uniform. So I'm glad that I have met a lifetime companion who helps me during meditation and who meditates with me together. He's a lifetime companion for my meditation. I'm very glad. And he helps me a lot during meditation. He's a companion, lifelong companion during my meditation. When mothers impregnate with her child, they say prenatal education is very, very important, and usually the family members help them together, right? So Practitioner Bae didn't conceive the actual baby, but you were able to conceive the radiant baby of light, a radiant infant of light. So I'm guessing I'm guessing you felt a lot of effort and you put a lot of effort into it. I believe many male practitioners who went through the practice now has a bit of an idea and how it's hard for mothers to give the child. Now, to summarize, we must harden the Jongdan elixir and meet the Mangyang of creation transformation, known as Oncheong Gyeongshin, in our body. And then you must bring the radiant infant of light of the seven Holy Spirits of Samshin. Now, next week, we create the jewel of creation transformation. Then we receive the jewel of heaven and open the heavenly eye, earthly eye, and the eye of time. Now we're going to be, we got a chance to hold the hands of the Sangjenim and the Holy Spirit of Great Emptiness. It's an unprecedented event. And they have fused the essence, spirit, soul, and ghost of the universe in my head. This is how we become an immortal being, and bringing all four cosmic elements in our body. So we must cultivate it well for our own survival. Now, Teolang님, next week we're going to be focused on clearing the heavenly eye, earthly eye, and the eye of time. Can you share a bit of your experience? What can the viewers expect? You'll learn, of course, from the Dharma teacher starting tomorrow, but we have more than two physical eyes, don't we? We have a heavenly eye, earthly eye, and eye of time, which is in your front of your forehead, and it's placed vertically. And we're drilling a path to these eyes with the Anjeong and the radiant infant of light. When you offer prayers during this ceremony, you can feel that something is pressing on your forehead, and from there on, it'll go down and 3 paths will be made leading to your upper danjan. So I can feel energy coming down through the crown chakra to my body, but I can also feel the energy from the heavens coming into my the 3 eyes. And I have deeper, stronger spiritual experiences during meditation now. Which I'm very, very grateful. Yes, Bae Hyeon-woo Teolangnim said, as he said, the help of Anjeong and the radiant infant of light is necessary to open the pathway for the heavenly eye, earthly eye, and spirit eye, which is an eye of time. You will be experiencing many different kinds of meditating together with the STB, Sangsaeng Broadcasting. Thank you for making time, Bae Hyeon-woo Teolang님. We'll chant the 시천주주 mantra and the 태오주 mantra together now.
시천주 조화정 영세 불망만사지 지기금지 원이대강 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 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야두레 훔리합리사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야두레 훔리합리사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야도레 훔리합리사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야도레 훔리합리사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야도레 훔리합리사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야도레 훔리합리사파 훔치 델천상원군 훔리치야도레